Whose war is this? Is this America's war, or is this Pakistan's war?
It's Pakistan's war, but we have vital national interests at stake here.
Pakistan is emerging as a central national security issue. It's intimately or organically connected to the problem of Afghanistan, and those two problems are connected to the broader region and the issue of terrorism more generally.
Here's another headline. Al-Qaeda's global base is Pakistan, says Petraeus, General David Petraeus. Richard Holbrooke has repeatedly made the case that this U.S. national interest component extends deep into this conflict.
I agree with that up to a point. I was Director of National Intelligence when we were first carrying out those kinds of attacks. But what are you going to do with people who you know are plotting attacks against the West and the United States?
If you really want to put together an effective program to address what is a growing problem, I think inevitably you're talking about American boots on the ground. I have to scratch my head and wonder if the American people are going to want to see U.S. forces engaged in a third conflict in the greater Middle East.
What do you think about that?
Well, I would personally, I would avoid it at all costs. I mean, I've served in Vietnam, I served in Central America, I served in Iraq, and I've worried about these issues. And I don't think we have the appetite for that.
But if it doesn't appear politically or economically that they are ready to build their country, we can't do it for them.
We can take some encouragement from political developments in the last couple of years, the growing strength of political parties, and the desire, I think, of the Pakistani people to have civilian rule.
My read with President Obama and the people who are advising him, they understand that this is a long-term effort. But my read also is that the U.S. Congress and the American people don't understand that, and in my view, in the long term, won't support it unless there are clear signs of, there are early wins, there are clear signs of progress. And unfortunately, I don't see much, I don't have a great deal of optimism we're going to see a lot of early wins here.
If the United States were to give that amount of money, or much more, as you suggest, what would the Obama administration, what would the United States Congress insist in return from the Pakistani government?
Well, I think that's been one of the issues, is this question of conditionality. And I think what Pakistan needs is a consistent level of attention from the United States on a multi-year basis. And conditionality, to the extent that it exists, I think is going to have to be subtle, not too explicit, because that riles people politically in Pakistan, and we're going to have to find ways to accomplish that through skillful diplomacy.